welcome back to Cosplay by Kaylee, and this is a brand new video to be featured on this channel, and this is actually going to be a Disney tag challenge. Not really a challenge, but a challenge video. I'm not quite sure what you would call it, but it is the Disney tag. So there are a list of questions related to Disney, everything Disney, whether it be Disneyland, Disney World, or even just Disney movies in general. And these questions are all pretty cool and really ask personal questions about Disney. I guess that's what it's supposed to do. But it is pretty exciting, which is why I've got my cool Mickey ears or Minnie ears on here all ready for this fun video. If you guys want to create your own Disney tag challenge video, the questions will be listed below in the description bar for you to continue on passing down to people and to subscribers and everybody else. So without further ado, let's begin. So the first question of the Disney tag is choose a scene, well, it's not really a question. Choose a scene in any Disney movie you wish you could experience. Man, that's hard. There are so many Disney movies to choose from. I'd probably say Mary Poppins. I'd like to be a part of the Step in Time number. That'd be pretty fun. Being on top of all the London rooftops in the early 1900s. That'd be pretty cool. Or even, maybe being a part of the Enchanted Castle in... No, it's not actually a scene. I'd like to be a part of the Toontown scene in the Roger Rabbit movie. I'm not exactly sure what the title of that movie is, but I will paste that below right here if I do find out. But the Roger Rabbit movie, forget what that one is called. That would be pretty cool to be part of the Toontown scene where you have the humans interacting with the toons. It'd just be really cool to see and be a part of because it's very different from most Disney movies. So that's what I think would be a cool scene. That scene would be pretty cool to be a part of. So question number 2 is an unforgettable experience / moment that you've had at the parks. Well, I've only been to Disneyland, California, and California Adventure, and both of those are actually pretty cool, and I've had quite a few different cool experiences there. One from when I was younger was when it was kind of close to Halloween. It was like a fall break, and I went to go see Cinderella. I think it was like 8 or so, or no, younger than that. But I went up to her and I said, "I'm gonna be you for Halloween," and the best thing that she said was, "Oh, I guess I'll have to be Snow White then." And I just was like so excited that she went along with that and that she was excited that I was going to be her. So that was one pretty cool moment. I mean, who gets Cinderella to tell you that it's cool to be her and that she wants to be a different princess? I mean, that's pretty neat. So for a second unforgettable experience that I've had, it was with a cast member that was working in Frontierland over at, shoot, where was it? He was working at one of the rides there? Thunder Mountain, that's the one. And it was the week of my birthday, and I had one of those birthday pins on. And he was so sweet. He seriously stood with us in line, and the line was like 35 to 45 minutes long. And he was just talking with us and trying to make our experience better, even though we were waiting in this line. And then eventually he just like took us to the very beginning of the line, and well, not beginning of the line, towards the beginning of people getting onto the ride, and then gave us passes to get onto any ride in the park right away. Not even like fast pass, but even faster than that, to where it's like it takes you to the very, very front of the line. And he wished me a happy birthday and everything, and it was probably the best interaction I've had with a cast member at Disneyland. So that's another memorable thing. So good job, Disneyland. You guys have awesome cast members. So the third question is, what non-Disney songs remind you or bring you back to the memories of Disney and or the parks? And one of those songs is, like, I first couldn't think of a song until I looked at my phone and the songs that I have on it, and I realized one of the songs was one that was playing before entering the California Adventure Park and playing kind of, I think, throughout the park as well. And it just makes me now, every time I think of it, think of California and California Adventure, and it's a really good song. I'm just going to play a little bit of it, just letting you guys know, no copyright intended. This is not my music, not trying to say it is. I'm just kind of playing it just so you guys can hear the song. And this is Surfin' USA by the Beach Boys. Okay, I don't want to get sued, so that is the song that makes me reminded of California Adventure. I don't really have any other songs that make me think of Disneyland in general that isn't a Disney song or a theme park song, so that's as close as I can get. So question number 4 was, when was the first time you went to a Disney park? And I went to Disneyland for the very first time when I was in my mom's stomach, but that doesn't really count because I didn't get to enjoy it at all. So the time that I physically went on, well, not on my own, but physically went to Disneyland as a huge person, as a normal sized person, I guess, is when I was 4.5, and it was for a kindergarten graduation gift. And it was pretty fun. I just remember driving to Disneyland. My parents wouldn't tell me where we were going. So I saw the Welcome to California sign, and me being a cute little kindergartner said, "Oh my gosh, there's a second California. I have to tell my teachers about this." And my parents didn't want to tell me that we were going to California, so they just kind of went with it until we got to Disneyland. And that's pretty much all I remember from that trip. That, and then my grandparents were with me, and they bought me a Cheerio and a Minnie Mouse plushie. And I think that's all I remember. So that was a pretty good trip from what I can remember, and it was pretty interesting that I thought that there was a second California, even though we already learned geography in kindergarten. So question number 5 is, if you could choose any Disney character to be your best friend, who would it be? And there are so many characters, I could not choose just one. So I'd say one that is one that's kind of upbeat and cool to be around would probably be Anna from Frozen. I'm not a huge Frozen fan, but she seems like a really cool, exciting chick to hang out with. Like, she seems very normal compared to most of the princesses that Disney has created. So I'd say probably her, that, or Belle, because she's extremely intelligent and she seems like she would be a decent person to hang out with and create a decent conversation. And you wouldn't really have to worry about the la-di-da kind of princesses that kind of just sing and dance all day. So I think she'd be pretty cool. That and Tiana from Princess and the Frog, just because she's not afraid to speak her mind, and she seems like a really cool, sassy person to be around. So those are a few of the people that I could choose to be friends or best friends of mine that are Disney characters. So that's the best I can do for that answer. Okay, question number 6 is, who are your favorite Disney princesses? I'd say, based on the cartoons or the animated movies, I'd say Sleeping Beauty, Ariel, and Belle, probably. But then when you meet them in the parks, it's completely different. Every single time I've gone to California Adventure or to Disneyland, the one princess that I have not liked meeting is Sleeping Beauty, because she's always been extremely rude for some reason, and I can't figure out why. And I don't know why, but looking at the cartoon version of her, she's pretty cool. And I have no reason to why I like these princesses, just because they're neat. Question number 7. Name a scene or a moment in any Disney movie that never fails to make you cry. Oh my gosh. Okay. Number 1. That would be The Lion King when Mufasa dies. That is a hard moment for any kid that's watching that movie. Because, I mean, that's just like, it gets through every emotion. It's like fear when you see that he's dangling off a cliff. Sadness when you see him falling from the cliff, not sure what's going on here. And then you see his little son come up to him like, "Dad, wake up!" and that's just horrible. And then you feel angry, like, at Scar. Like, come on, Scar, come on, pull him up. Or don't push him, you know. So that would probably be my number one choice. Number two would probably be when Khrushchev gets killed in Tarzan. That was pretty sad, but, I mean, when you're dealing with a gun, that can happen. But when you've got a lion dangling from a cliff and another lion's there that could help him, that's just wrong. So that would be my choice for the most memorable, sad scene in a Disney movie. So question number 8 is now, what is the first Disney movie that you remember seeing? So my very first Disney movie, from what I was told by my mom, was either Mary Poppins as the first live action one, or Cinderella as the first animated movie. I honestly don't remember seeing either of those. My first memory of a Disney-ish movie is Anastasia, which is not Disney, but that's the one that I remember watching and watching all the time. But I guess my first Disney movies were Mary Poppins and Cinderella, so that's interesting to know. I know that my brother's was Toy Story because that came out a little bit later after I was born and right before he was born, so that was kind of what he watched. So that's just a little bit of what I and my brother watched as a kid. But I mean, they're really great movies, and I still love both of them very, very much. Alright, so question number 9. What is your favorite Disney movie? Now, this is extremely hard and difficult to ask somebody, especially me. Oh boy. I love Bedknobs and Broomsticks. It's an old movie, but it's really good. I like Mulan, Pocahontas. Lilo and Stitch is awesome. Love Lilo and Stitch. Hercules is really good. Merida was really cute. Wreck-It Ralph was awesome, but I think that might be Pixar. I'm not sure if that was good. Of the older ones, I don't know. I'd have to say the ones that I've listed. That and The Little Mermaid's pretty good too. So those are some of my favorites. I can't say one favorite because that would be crazy to do so. Since there are hundreds of Disney movies out there. So that's what I would say. Question numero 10. Alright, this is, who is your favorite Disney villain? Oh boy. Ursula's pretty awesome. Let's see, I love Maleficent. The newer version of Maleficent is pretty cool too. Cruella de Vil is pretty funny, pretty awesome too. Both live action and animated. Pretty cool. There are so many villains, you can't just choose one. But the ones that I've listed, like Ursula and Maleficent, those are, and Cruella de Vil, those are the ones that I would say. It's really hard to choose. I'm just gonna go with those guys, because there's so many of them. So many of them. So that's what I like. Let me know down below what you guys like, because there are so many villains, and every villain caters to different people and their likes, so let me know what your favorite villain is below. Question number 11. What is your least favorite Disney movie? That is actually really not hard to say. I would say Snow White. I've never been a fan of Snow White, ever. I don't know what it is about it. I just don't like her. No extreme reason for that, just don't like her very much. That and then The Wind in the Willows, when they did that one was kind of slow. I've read the book, and it was completely more boring than the book, which is hard to do. I wasn't a fan of Pinocchio. Pinocchio is not my favorite. And Dumbo I never have watched because of sensitivity in my family from that. That I can explain in a later video because it takes up a lot of time. But I'd have to say those movies were not the best movies made by Disney. But I guess you live and you learn when you make movies, and some people love them and other people don't. I guess it's all based on your own taste and likings. So those are just what I kind of gravitate away from. So sorry. Question number 12. What is your favorite Disney song? Oh my gosh. Okay. I gotta show you guys this. Alright, so I have a whole playlist of Disney songs on my phone. There are 65 songs on this thing. You can see it just goes through all of them. My most played on here would be the parade soundtracks. Those ones are pretty good. All of them really. But my favorite song would either be Reflection from Mulan, or would be I Won't Say I'm in Love from Hercules. That one's pretty good. I like Vanessa's song from The Little Mermaid. I know it's not really a full song, but it's I love it. I mean, you don't hear Ariel's voice go dark very often, so I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, those are pretty much the only real voice songs. That and then My Rabbit. I don't know why, but he is obsessed with Pocahontas and watching Pocahontas. You turn that movie on and he'll watch it. He'll not turn away from the movie. And if you turn on Colors of the Wind or Just Around the River Bend on your radio or anything else, he will get so excited and start running around just like he's a part of the movie. It's so cute. So I guess because he loves those, I love those too. So I'm also going to include favorite soundtrack, Disney soundtrack, or Disney song from inside the park. And I would have to say the Okay, so for those of you who did not know what that was from, that was actually the Space Mountain theme song, I guess. Or it's the song that is playing when you are riding through the ride. When it is normally Space Mountain and not Hyper Space Mountain or whatever it is during Halloween. So just the original Space Mountain, not the original, but the one that they currently have all year round. That one is my ultimate favorite soundtrack throughout the theme park. I do also have a favorite parade soundtrack as well, but that will be explained in a second. So another song that I really like that is from a Disney parade is actually, let's see, scrolling through the parade music, I would have to say, okay. I don't know, it's hard. There are so many different parade songs that are really good. Okay, I'm gonna say for those of you who didn't know what that song was, that I was dancing around like an idiot to, that was Mickey's Soundsational Parade, right? Yeah, Soundsational Parade. And it is a really fun parade that they still do at Disneyland, kind of more in the morning time. They do also have one around like 2 o'clock-ish. And it's a really, really good parade. I would definitely recommend going to see it. Just because many of your favorite characters are in it, like from The Lion King, you have some princesses, you have Mary Poppins, you have Peter Pan, you have Princess and the Frog, you have a lot of different things all in that one parade, and you have Mickey Mouse and all those other awesome characters, so I mean, there's so many things to see in that one parade, and the parade soundtrack itself is pretty cool because it does have songs from every single movie genre that Disney creates, so it's pretty great, and I really enjoy it. So if you do get to check it out, go ahead and look it up here on YouTube, and listen to it because it is pretty great. And it's really upbeat too, so it kind of makes you happy all day. So if you're looking for a happy track like that, check it out. Question number 13, what Disney character has your personality or has your dream personality? Well, real personality, I would have to say Megara, because she is so real. She pretty much is a pessimist. She feels like she's a feminist as well. Like, she believes she can handle herself and that she could be her own hero. And she's really sarcastic as well. And for those of you who don't know me or are starting to get to know me, that is me to a T. So that would be the character that I would describe as myself now. The ideal dream personality would be like a Disney princess, kind of like Belle, maybe. Just because she's intelligent and she is still gentle and kind and can hold her tongue, which are all problems I have. So, well, I have a lot of problems with that kind of stuff or showing that kind of stuff, so I don't know. That would just be my ideal one, I guess, because Belle's kind of perfect in every single way. So that's what I think. So ideal character Belle, character that describes me now, Megara from Hercules. So that would be it. Question number 14, I believe. If you could change any scene in a Disney movie, what would it be and why? Wow. We're doing a little bit of thinking. I would say possibly Hercules becoming a full god and seeing what would happen between him and Megara after that, or seeing what his life would be like as a full god. And then, the Little Mermaid. Possibly instead of having Ariel become a human, having Eric become a merman, and see how that works out, because it just would be an interesting change to it. It'd be cool to see what happens. So that's all I could think of, just because Disney movies are pretty much perfect already. Pretty much. So that's what I would say. Last question, number 15. If you had to get stuck on any ride in a Disney park for more than 30 minutes, what would you want it to be? Well, it depends on if you're stuck in the ride and it's not moving, or if you are stuck on the ride for 30 minutes while it is moving and like you're literally just stuck in your seat. If the ride were stopped completely, I would want to be in a place that's really cool and has a lot of elements around you that you could check out and kind of explore. And that ride would be the Haunted Mansion. The only Haunted Mansion I've been to is at California's Disneyland. I hear that the one that's in Disneyland Paris is really, really cool. So any of those would be really neat. If I had to get stuck on a ride that were moving for more than 30 minutes, it would be either Space Mountain or Thunder Mountain, because those are my two favorite rides. And it's not because they have the word mountain in them, but it is because they are both so thrilling. I'd say if I had to choose between the two, it would be Thunder Mountain, just because that one is just so fast and so exhilarating. So that's what I would love to be stuck on for 30 minutes. So pretty good ride. If you guys agree, let me know down below, or let me know what ride you would get stuck on, because, I mean, that kind of does say a lot about who you are, in a way. Kind of, sort of, not really. Now I'm adding my own kind of answer / question into this, and if you had to get stuck on a ride at any Disney park, which ride would be hell for you, is what the question I'm going to answer now. And that would be It's a Small World for me. I mean, it's cute. I like to go on it once when I'm at Disney for like 3 days. Only one time, and I'm okay. I'm good. But if I were to go on it once, and then twice, and then get stuck on it, oh my gosh, no. One time slowly starts to melt your brain. Second time, your brain is goo. Getting stuck on a ride? Oh my gosh, I could not deal with that. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. That would be, you'd come out having to have your arms strapped to one another in a straitjacket. It would be like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I would not wish that on my worst enemy, and I could not see getting stuck on that ride. If I were stuck on that ride, I would get up on those nice areas that they have on the side of the boats that's actually like a place for you to walk on, and I'd walk my way out of that ride. would not stay. That'd be crazy for 30 minutes. No. No go. No. So those were all of the questions from the Disney tag. I wanted to create more of my own questions, but as of right now, I can't think of any. But if I do, I might put them in the description bar below if you guys want to check them out, or if you guys want to add them onto your own Disney tag question list, that'd be great. I will also have all of the questions listed below in case you guys want to make your own tag video. And if you do, post that link down below in the comments area because I would love to see your guys' videos as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys would like to see more challenge or tag videos, please give this video a thumbs up so I can know what you'd like me to do. And if you want me to do more Disney themed videos, I'd be happy to. But you gotta let me know so I can know what to do to make you guys happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye!